Welcome to Survivor Nsfw. Johnny Fairplay, clean-shaven, babyface. We are here with one of our listeners, one of our patrons from my literally hometown where I live in Ohio, Lauren Pratt. How's it going?
Going great. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, besides the freaking rain. It's been raining for 2 days straight.
I was gonna ask if it's our rain started last night, and I think we have like 4 days straight of it. But like, Lauren, I'm a little disappointed. Like, I heard you guys talking when I jumped on, and Matt was saying where he lived. Like, if this was Preston Ritter, he would already have been at Matt's house by now. I don't. You're disappointing me, Lauren. I mean,
I know. I'm bummed I missed all the live Survivor events in Cincinnati. I'm sorry I wasn't there.
We're going to be doing them again in 2026 when the world resumed to normalcy. So get ready. So season 84 of Survivor. We are excited to have fans back and joining us live. I hope to have some version of the coronavirus before the show. It'll be great.
That's funny. That's funny.
You did honestly, truth be told, and it was honestly one of my favorite live shows that we've ever done. I was on death's doorstep. Like Matt was like, we can cancel this. I'm like, the fuck we can. and he was like, you don't look good. I'm like, I feel worse. like as bad as you think I look, I'm 1,000% worse than that. But I did have a lot of fun that night, I assure you. I had a lot of fun during, after, not before, and actually not that much during. But it was great. It was honestly probably our best live show. I mean,
we had a good turnout, man. Yeah. It was fun that my band got to play. That was fun, but you could definitely tell that you were not feeling up to it.
Cool. But I faked it like I maked it. So I don't know if you see if you see what my name is for this Q&A.
Oh yeah, when is the sequester show thing?
I mean, I feel like it's already over. It is God. I mean,
is it this weekend or
it's Saturday night? It starts I think at like 8 p.m. and it goes like 5 or 6 hours, something insane. But like I was asked to do this, like a few weeks ago. They're just like, hey, would you do this? Like it lasts like 5 to 7 hours, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I don't know if I really have 5 to 7 hours to commit to anything like this. And they're like, it'll be fun. Like it would really mean a lot if you could be a part of this. And I'm just like, all right, I think hopefully the patrons will enjoy it, so, and Zach and Karen Eisenberg are covering it. So I was like, you know what? I'm a team player. I was just like, but God, I'm like, 5 to 7 hours sounds like such a fucking commitment. Fast forward to when they announced the cast? Saturday at noon?
I think so, something like that. Yeah.
Holy fucking shit! I feel like I'm playing Survivor season 42 right now. Like it is nonstop fucking FaceTime. Like I mean, just motherfuckers out of the woodwork. I've been lied to. Oh my God, have I been fucking lied to?
People are pre-game alliancing right now.
Oh my God, to the max. And
fucking nerds, dude. God dang.
And motherfuckers are straight up lying to my fucking face.
Why? Because you're hearing they're saying something, and then like Wendell's calling you 5 minutes later saying so and so said this, and you're like, well, fuck, that's not what they just told me.
Well, Wendell's not involved, but
Very
hypothetically. It's like I hate some people. Like I was going in kind of friendly, Johnny Fairplay, like just being nice, and I was insulted by a phone call. Like what they told me versus what I fucking know for a fact to be the truth. Yeah. It's like, I guess you're first. Like you've decided you want to go home first. Like you awoke the sleeping giant. That's fine. Like I feel like my daughters just walked past the sleeping the rock thing, and they go, wake up, and I'm like, oh, all right, I'm gonna tear down a dam real quick and fucking ruin Arendelle. Let's go. Dude. So yeah, no, it is insane. I mean, and people are fucking playing hard as fuck now.
I mean, what is this? I don't even know what the point is.
Sequester, from what I've still yet to this point, I have yet to watch 1 fucking second.
Oh, you got to catch up, Johnny. Come on now.
Well, no, I've got my cheat sheet. I've been told, or so basically, Matt, it's Big Brother in Zoom. I think is the layman's way to describe what it is.
So it's a thing.
It's a thing. Okay. Lauren, is that how you would describe it?
Yeah, I would say definitely Big Brother in a Zoom.
Yeah. But is it cool?
Here's the thing, though. You have the 5 people from season 39. What are you going to do about that?
Oh, really? Are there 5 people from season 39? And is there also is Nick Mariano, who's just a random guy that has no affiliation whatsoever with anyone, and so he was just cast as a random person? Oh, but did he date Chelsea? But no one knows that, but I know that.
Well, that might help you.
I'm fully aware. So, this is honestly fucking it. Like, I was gonna drop this. Like, I feel like I should drop this Sunday because I don't want to give shit. Like, I don't want to ruin. Like, I don't want it to leak out. But yeah. I mean, straight up fucking lied. And I've been told by every motherfucker that called. You and Devins are 1 and 2. Like, gone 1 and 2.
That's what they're saying already. Like,
they're just telling me straight up to my fucking face.
Yeah, wow.
You gotta work
with War Dog. Come on now.
Are you trying to say that I would work with someone who is on the wall behind me?
So Johnny, is this something that I should like? I mean, I probably won't tune into it because I don't.
You should.
Anything,
you should. Oh yeah.
It's so. I have to do my draft, and I have to pick Johnny first. Come on now.
Okay.
Dude, I like this is how crazy it is. All right, so everyone is So it's crazy because like everyone's sizing everybody up. So you have the 39 Alliance, which is 5 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So because Chelsea helped cast the season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
this season of Sequester.
Yeah,
upcast.
Yeah, so that's bullshit right there. So she cast 5, her and 4 other 39ers. She casted Nick, her ex-boyfriend, who she's still friendly with, but no one knows about. But I fucking know. Mm-hmm. So you have the moms. You have Mama C and Sunday. So they're an alliance. You have the Edge of Extinction Alliance, which is Wentworth, War Dog, and Devins. You got Abby Maria and Wentworth, which is the Second Chance Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
The Witches, yeah.
The Witches Covenant. And then you have the Black Alliance, Jatia, Jamal, and Bryce Isaiah. You got the Gay Alliance of John Carroll, Lyrsa, and Bryce. And like, as I said, I've been told that 1 and 2 are me and Devins. Like, everyone's coming after us. But like, I talked to Bryce, and Bryce is like, "I'm making myself a target. They're gonna know I'm there."
So how do you get voted out? So like, they'll be like, if I watch it, I'm going to watch a stream with like Brady Bunch style, like 40 people on the screen.
No. It's 20 people, and we're broken into either 4 or 5 groups.
Okay.
Either 5 groups of 4 or 4 groups of 5.
So it's like a tribe kind of
different
thing.
Rooms. You're put into different rooms, and then people can jump in and out of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So say it's 4 groups of 5.
Yeah.
And so in that group of 5, we have to nominate someone.
Ah, okay. So like so you'll be in a group with like, you and War Dog and Wentworth and Chelsea and War Dog and whatever, and then you nominate someone for eviction.
War Dog.
So how do you? So if you're the group of 5, how do you then?
Doesn't everybody vote? Say there's 4 rooms and they each nominate one person. Doesn't everybody vote to from those 4 people? Is that how that works?
Yeah. So you're
Okay,
you're
so
in a separate room, and then you have to pick someone that you choose from that specific room, and then those are the 4 people up for grabs
that are up on the block. So
Yeah.
but say I'm in a group, like say I have like Lauren Beck, right? And
Mhm.
everybody likes Lauren. And so it's just like, hey, Lauren, I feel you're safe. Like I feel vulnerable. Some other people, you know, they feel iffy. Lauren, if we nominate you, we feel that you're safe if we put you up there.
Okay.
And that could be the case.
Yeah, right.
But it could also be fuck Johnny Fairplay. We're putting him up. Everybody's gonna vote Johnny Fairplay. It's gonna be a short fucking night. But I've attempted to explain to them, like, don't you want motherfuckers to watch this?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
So that's my argument. But it's so funny because you look, everyone has somebody except for me. So the only person I really potentially had was fucking Eric the ice cream scooper, right? So as soon as they announced the cast, someone goes, hey, you know the 3 biggest targets are Johnny Fairplay, Mama C, and Kelly Wentworth. And immediately Eric the ice cream scooper tweets, check. What the fuck?
Well, looks like we're about ready to alienate a whole bunch of future podcast guests after Saturday night.
Yeah. So, but as I said, the game has begun, and it's so funny because they're just like, don't bother making alliances because like they do stuff like they do twists, Matt. Like they'll do a deal where it's like the person with the highest number of even votes is going home. So so say I know I have 4 people that want me out, right?
Right.
And so that's an even and you know, say I think that's enough to get rid of me. So then I tell one of my friends, hey, throw a vote on me so I have 5. So it's an odd number.
Ah, gotcha.
So it's you know, and then they do another deal where if someone gets voted out, they can drag someone fucking with them. They can pick one person that's fucking out too.
Man. Well, that sounds interesting. Interesting.
Well, no, what's interesting is the fucking lying motherfuckers calling me, FaceTiming me, and fucking lying to my face.
So what's on the line? Just like the title? If there's no charity involved or anything like that?
I think there's a blowjob.
Okay, well, that's good.
And I don't know if you have to give it or receive it. but Bryce has told me he really wants to win.
Well, I'm sure Bryce is very good at that.
Which one?
Blowing people.
Oh, it might be good receiving.
Yeah, I love Bryce.
It's funny. I talked to Bryce last night, and so someone told me who was going to be their first boot, and Bryce goes, "Girl, yeah, that's true, and I like women." So because that's the thing, because remember, like when we were talking, like Sandra after, like, you know, she talked for an hour with Denise, and then they locked in everything was good to go, and then they went out and they're like, we don't even need to talk when we get out there. So Sandra wasn't even sweating anything, and then that whole thing happened, and then, you know, Denise blindsided her. Right. So then I talked to Sandra the next day, and Sandra was like, I ain't never playing again. But if I do, I will fly to your motherfucking house and look in your motherfucking lying eyes to see if you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
So people are taking. So it's just like someone will be like, "Hey, can you talk?" It's like, "Yeah," and then you just see FaceTime, war dog, and it's just like, "Hey," it's like, "What's up?" And it is staring like a motherfucker. It's just like, let me see your lip move the wrong way. So, but no one trusts anybody.
So it's at 8 p.m. Well, I don't know when this is dropping. So,
I don't know. Lauren, do you feel I've said anything that could get me in trouble here? Could I drop it before Saturday, or should I wait till after Saturday?
I mean, it depends who you've talked to so far.
Well, I mean, this is all I'm saying. Based on what I've said right here, do you think this is safe for the patrons, or should there be a little worry?
I think you'll be okay with the patrons. Just never let it go anywhere beyond that.
Well, those motherfuckers ain't gonna become a patron. They're too busy talking to them. I mean, like, honestly, like the conversations I'm having with some of these motherfuckers, like they just talk to hear themselves talk. They're just like, Now, let me tell you, and I'm just like, well, it sounds like you've already played the game. Like, I mean, like the game we're playing Saturday. Like, I don't even know why you're on the phone with me.
Right.
You just have to get the LSO, which can save yourself. So
yeah. So the LSO, Matt, is like a hidden immunity idol.
Okay. Well, I will.
You're gonna watch, aren't you?
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try to watch.
Well, I mean, why? Like,
it's like if it's a beautiful night on the patio, my family's like we're watching a movie.
Oh, I'm praying that you have a shitty night.
But if I have a shitty night, I'll watch it. Or
Matt, you gotta support Johnny. Come on now.
I know. I actually listened to your Johnny. I listened to your stuff on Brandon Hance's deal. I watched the Corinne thing, and I watched you on Brandon Hance's deal.
Who was better?
Well, I'm not interested in wrestling, so I like fast forwarded through some of it. But
sure.
No, it was good. I thought it was good. I actually liked some of your wrestling stories.
Okay.
And then actually the Corinne one, I was texting with Corinne today because I'm like, fuck, man. Like, because they're talking about my season. Yeah. And it's like she and Brandon had a hatred toward Philip so bad, right? Yeah. And I was just like, I texted Corinne. I'm like, I am so fucking pissed because only if you would have said, Matt, let's me, you, Michael, and Julia vote out Philip. Then Philip will be gone, right? And then she, because she was pre-game alliance and she was loyal. She's like, I was super loyal to Malcolm. I didn't want to like fuck anything up with Malcolm. But I guarantee you, dude, if we would have voted Philip out and we merged, Malcolm is still not going to be fucking pissed at Corinne. He would have gotten over it, right?
Yeah. And it's just like, I get it. Philip's crazy.
Yeah, and then at that point,
he doesn't like it when you say that word, though.
But what I'm saying, at that point, dude, you have Corinne, Malcolm, me, Michael, Julia, and then Eddie and Reynolds were kind of buddies with Malcolm. We could have all joined forces together. You know what I mean? And then just got rid of Don, got rid of Cochran. It's just so, and then it was Corinne's demise by keeping the one she hated more than life itself, Philip, in the game. So
did you see he has coronavirus?
Yeah, he private messaged me on the link to that medium.com thing. But I did see that.
Do you think it's true?
I didn't really read it yet. But I started thinking, I don't know if it's true or not. It could be just a Philip ploy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For attention. Did you see the story about the WWF or WB wrestler guy?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so Marina Del Rey, right beside like Venice Beach and all that. 2 days ago, this wrestler Shad Gaspard, he used to be a part of Crime Time. They were a tag team in WWE. And he went out with his 10-year-old son out. They finally opened up the beaches out there. Mm-hmm. And so they went out and the waves were huge, like ridiculous waves. And people were drowning. So, and Shad is like, 6'6", 320, whatever, and, his 10-year-old son, small kid or whatever. So anyway, the waves.
I did see this.
Yeah. So the big waves came and Shad was drowning and the lifeguards were coming out to save him. And he said, no, go save my son. And so they saved his son and then they went back to get him. And this huge wave came and he hasn't been seen since.
So he's dead.
I would hopefully not, but like it's been 2 days now. So, but my friend Brendan Swain, one of the lawyers that won season 1 of The Amazing Race, it was right in front of his he lives on the beach in Marina Del Rey, right in front of that.
Wow. And
so he was out there when all that happened, and then he went, and then he was out the next day, and then he saw them kind of like pulling, but they're just like, this isn't looking good. So, but he did say on the bright, it's a horrific story. I mean, I met Shad, super nice guy, and then the fact, like if he did potentially die, with his last breath, saves his 10-year-old son. It's just amazing. So, but the bright spot in the story, and there's very little, is the fact that there's been no lifeguards out there all year. And that was the first day that there were lifeguards out there. So if it had happened a day early, his son dies too.
Right.
So
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
so yeah.
So we did. I don't know if Johnny informed you, Lauren. So we did half of our Q&A.
That dropped when that dropped yesterday.
I think
Lauren?
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You got through about half of the questions.
No, I think we got through a third. but I appreciate your optimism.
but do you know where
my question doesn't come up until the next podcast?
Perfect. You as the reader of questions, I think you could be a little selective in your order.
And just ask do you know where we left off, Johnny?
I can't even find the fucking thread.
Do you have it up, Lauren, by chance?
I don't.
Okay.
So
I'm getting there. So in case you guys haven't noticed, the fucking Survivor Nsfw Patreon secret group has been fucking active. So that's a good thing that it's taken me a while to find them.
Oh yes, for sure.
Oh, and I real quick, I have like 4 new shirts dropping this week. I got a Robbed Goddess shirt with Michelle. I got a like a police report shirt that says presiding officer or officiating officer. It's Lucina. I got some fun shit, man.
Cool.
All right. I am almost there. Unless you get there first, but I'm looking at the video of me shaving my beard.
I have the Q&A thread up on my phone, but I don't know which question we ended on last time.
Okay, let me go here. That's the Who Wants to Join Us. Son of a bitch.
I think it might have been Chris Klein. If you could bring back one part of Survivor, what would it be? Survivor auction, no immunity idols, etc.
I think I recognize that name. I think that was the last one.
Because the next question says, how would you rank the 5 all returnee seasons?
Okay, I think that's where you are.
Okay, that must be where it is.
All right, so Lauren, do you have that in front of you or no?
I'm gonna get it up. I have to scroll.
Take a blue chew, Lauren.
Pretty far.
Take a blue chew. Use promo code Survivor if you're having trouble getting it up. Free shipping.
Well, while she's doing that, I'll just get rolling with the first one. So it's from Travis Harpster, and Travis says, "How would you rank the 5 all returnee seasons? Okay. All Stars, Heroes versus Villains, Second Chance, Game Changers, and Winners at War from best to worst."
Okay, I got number 1, Heroes Villains.
This is best to worst. Okay, number 1, Heroes Villains. Yep, that's a good one.
Number 2, I'm going All Stars.
Good choice. Number 3, Winners at War.
I think I'm going Winners at War number 3.
That's what I would do. And then Second Chance number 4, Game Changers 5.
Who won Second Chance? Jeremy?
Yeah, that was Jeremy.
And Game Changers, Sarah Lucina won that, right?
Right.
I have them tied. I don't like one more than the other.
So Heroes Villains 1, All Stars 2, Winners at War, and then I would say Game Changers, then Second Chance.
So my problem with Game Changers is they weren't really game changers.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too.
And then my problem with Second Chance is the concept is, hey, how about a bunch of survivors that weren't really great, but like below that? It's like, how about you just pick some people that were fucking great?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just thought it was a flawed theme, and I mean, and the only reason it was there was to get Andrew Savage on the show.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, what do you think, Lauren, as far as where Winners at War kind of fits into that piece? Do you think Winners at War was a top 10 Survivor season? Did you like? It was fun to podcast about Winners at War. For one, season 39 sucked so bad, and I hated podcasting about it.
And maybe some people shouldn't let season 39 ruin Sequester. I mean, just throwing that out there.
But season 40 is like a lot of our friends are on it, and it was a solid season. So where do you kind of stand?
I was excited for the iconic cast, but I would put them maybe just slightly entering the top 10 seasons. Slightly.
Gotcha. Yeah, right. Because I think who did we talk to?
I think
That said it's like probably at number 11.
no,
Yeah,
I think we had number 6.
11 or 10.
I think we had it at number 6 with Reem.
Okay.
But that was just without, I mean, like with no real thought.
Right.
I think it's probably, I could easily be convinced to put it in my top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, like just the last episode alone. I mean, there was some. I mean,
there were some great moments, and with Tony being the greatest player of all time, it's like how could you not put if we are saying that, how do you not have that up there in the top 10?
Well, I'm pretty sure Rich would disagree with that. The fact that
yeah, with Tony winning, it probably enters into the top 10. But if someone else won, probably not.
Oh, it could bump it, to 20th with someone that shouldn't win.
So Natalie Anderson wins. It's bumped into that this season's ruined.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's nothing. Anyone from Edge of Extinction coming back and winning, I think, ruins the season.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a perfect ending to the season, in my opinion. It was a
great.
Fun one.
It was great.
So the next question.
Oh, you're up on this one, Lauren. I'm looking forward to you reading this.
Oh, from Preston Ritter.
Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. I had no idea.
So for Johnny, you said you had 2 good pee stories involving Tanya Vance and Japan. Whichever one is your favorite or the most salacious.
Salacious. Yeah. The most salacious. They're man.
What do you? I don't even know what the hell salacious means. Like the most down and dirty.
Yeah.
It's probably like the most. That gets your saliva going. I don't know.
Well, yes. Well, there's. You know what? I'm gonna go Japan. We'll save Tanya Vance. So, no, I'll go Tanya Vance. You know what? Lauren. You're the. What do you? They're both horrible. Which one? Tanya Vance or Japan?
Let's go Tanya because we know who that is.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If this has to do with golden showers with Tanya Vance, I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, well, okay. So I don't know. I think I was married at the time. Either I was engaged to Michelle from America's Next Top Model or I was married to Michelle from America's Next Top Model. And Tanya Vance was living in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which was like an hour from me. And so her and her boyfriend at the time may have even been fiance, but I don't think they were. I think they were just dating. But they had a beautiful house together, and that's when she had first got her dog Dash, and now Dash passed away last year, and they got Cash. But different boyfriend, and so they invited. I want to say Mertz came to. Mertz came to America from Canada to watch. I can't remember what season of Survivor it was, but he had come down to watch an episode of Survivor at Tanya Vance's house with me and Michelle. So anyway, me and Michelle, we go to Winston-Salem. We watch Survivor, and Mertz claims that he's the foremost Mertz Jaffer for any of those that are familiar with him. He sucks. So Merch claims to be the foremost reality TV expert. So this was like the second episode of the season. And Merch is like, I have picked the boot order correctly for the last 4 seasons in a row, all the way through. And I'm just like, you're looking at spoilers. He's like, no. And so we're watching the second episode of whatever season this was. And the first episode, this person was not even shown on the first fucking episode. And he guesses that they're going to be voted out. And I'm just like, there's nothing to fucking base that on. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I'm like, you're a fucking lie. Like, you're looking at fucking spoiler lists. Like it's obvious. There's no. I mean, like
there's no confessional that leads you to believe like this is one and done. This is their first and last episode.
Not one fucking clue that would have him, before the season starts, say Stephanie's number 2 boot. Zero. Right.
Yeah.
So he's a fucking liar. Okay. So we watched the episode, and shockingly, his pick goes, and I'm like, I just look over like, this is a fucking liar. So anyway, so we go out and with Salem, we have a great time. Lots of drinks, lots of shots, lots of beers, lots of alcohol. So potentially some drugs with me and Michelle, if I had to guess it, in the bathroom here and there. If I had to guess, I don't know. I'm not implicating anyone. So and this was, if Michelle and I weren't married, I think we were newly married. We had gone to Hedonism 3 on our honeymoon. So we're just real kinky with everything that's happening. Yeah. So Tanya's boyfriend, I think Mert slept on the couch downstairs. So Tanya's boyfriend was like, you guys can sleep in my daughter's room. And so I think his daughter was like 14, 15. And it was like everything was just solid white, like white dresser, white chest of drawers, white curtains, white sheets, white down comforter, white pillowcases.
Yeah.
So, fast forward, an hour after we're into the bedroom, and fucking Michelle's dancing over top of me, peeing all over. So anyway, the next morning we wake up, we're like, holy shit, like this is bad. And she's like, cover it up. So we leave, and we don't hear anything. And I don't know, like 2 weeks later, like I think he sent me a message on like, he's just like, I don't know what happened in there, but it won't good.
Oh, so you stained everything.
Oh, Jesus, beyond. It's a fucking sprinkler system.
Oh my God, dude.
Yep.
So Preston, remind us to answer the Japan one.
Yeah. Wait a little bit. Let that one marinate.
Yeah.
Like it marinated Tanya Vance's boyfriend sheets.
Yeah.
And down comforter. So yeah, if any of you guys are wondering, sometimes.
Oh shit. That's funny. Thank you. Thank you, Preston. And you have a part 2, Preston, for this too, as well.
Yes, he does. So this is for both of you. Ben and Kim's legacy as winners were on the line going into this season. You've already mentioned that you feel Kim's win has been exposed after her game this season. But what about Ben? How does he look as a winner after Winners at War?
I mean, yeah. So talking about Kim, going into the season, we thought, man, she's one of the greater winners. Sucky season.
Speak for yourself.
But a good winner. She did nothing this season whatsoever. So,
Deer in headlights almost every time she was shown.
So it's pretty much kind of like reiterating that her win was just a win from a lackluster season the first time. As far as Ben,
and real quick, like Troyzan, who's a great guy, we know him, and we've seen Troyzan do more. Even though was it Game Changers, he kind of fell off at the end, but he was nursing an injury, which we found out after the fact. But Troyzan went crazy on his first season. So like I don't think she even beat a 100% Troyzan. I think she beat a crazy Troyzan.
Do you think she played against one of the worst casts ever developed?
Ever.
Yeah,
I also think that theme sucks too. Like I hate guys versus girls. I feel like I don't like the first half of Amazon.
Well, what about Vanuatu?
Didn't love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like that theme. I'm
not a fan of that theme either.
I like the interaction between guys. Like, I hate, like, I hated the race thing. I like, maybe, like, maybe this is what Lucina is looking for. Like, I like everyone just being equals, and I think that we can all be perceived as equals. I mean, the shit I say on Pearl Islands about women, that wasn't me talking from I'm looking at 3 fucking books on my bookshelf right now about Andy Kaufman. Like, I was just quoting Andy Kaufman line for line. Like, when Pearl Islands is over, Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul calls me. It's just like, dude, you quoted Andy Kaufman line for line. I'm like, you got it. Like, that was the joke.
Mm-hmm.
I was just quoting Andy Kaufman.
So speaking of Ben, tying into the Ben thing, you're fucking annoying to me, Ben, which obviously Survivor specialists love. The military joke you're relentless about. Is that something Andy Kaufman would do?
What are?
Oh God!
Are you, wait.
I'm out. See you, Lauren. Yeah, it's Survivor Nsfw with Johnny Fairplay and Lauren Pratt.
Are you alluding to? I mean, because I don't even know if there's confirmation on this. There's
it's rumor and innuendo.
There's rumor and innuendo. I mean, I don't. It's something about, how was it? I don't think it was a hobby. Oh, I know. I remember. It was. I think it was an occupation, perhaps.
Yeah, it was.
Did you know, Lauren? Have you heard about this?
I'm all ears.
I don't. Once again, don't hold me to this. Ben may have served our nation's military.
This is like the curse of the fucking Black Pearl, dude. So Preston, back to your Ben comment. I think I liked Ben his first season, whether idols were planted or not. And Ben this season, I think, we've dissected this and discussed this post Winners at War about, wow, how could this guy give up his shot for $2 million for a friend, for someone he's thicker than thieves with? As Johnny said, Hearts of Reality, him and Sarah are great friends. We've come to the conclusion that he knew that there's no way he can win the game. So he's given his, blessing and his shot and everything he's got left for Sarah. I think that by that move, showing a human side of Ben, and we see how, there's a couple confessionals of how, after a lot of these players' first time, they had trouble, trusting people, whether it's in their marriage, friendships, work environments, etc. I think it showed a really cool side of Ben, and I've always been a fan of Ben. So I think Ben looks higher up on the totem pole as a winner after Winners at War, personally, from my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this JohnnyFairplay.com has a sale starting Thursday. I don't know when we're going to drop this. Well, I'll probably drop it tomorrow or Thursday. I'll probably drop it Thursday morning. So at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we have 20% off sale. I think I'm going to order the least sold shirt I've ever made my entire life, the Ben shirt. I think I'm going to order the Ben shirt. I think I'm going to get it in the tank top, and that's going to be my 4th of July outfit.
Oh, speaking of outfits, dude, Tessa told me, she's like, you know what, Matt? Johnny and I wear these. He's like, Matt, you got to go to eBay and get this. Amazon. Sorry, yeah. Get this outfit. She told me I should order more of those. She's like, you should order some different colors, Matt. I like that outfit.
Well, I mean,
oh, by the way, patrons, peek behind the curtain. So this past Saturday morning, it was a wake up and I fucked the shit out of Tessa. I was telling Lex this on a text. He's like, damn, it's American Dream. So I fucked the shit out of Tessa, and then I fucking like I cleaned up the fucking area with the Johnny Fairplay Johnny Exotic t-shirt.
Oh no, blasphemy. Blasphemy. Are you kidding me?
Any kind of remnants of debris.
Oh,
I used the Johnny Exotic shirt, and I started thinking that maybe I think I might use that from now on. As like,
no, jeez, Matt.
I wanted to share that with just I normally wouldn't say that, but I just thought it was funny.
Thanks, Matt.
Johnny Exotic t-shirt, aka cum rag.
Yeah. No, that's not its implicit purpose.
I'm so sorry if I'm offending anybody.
Yeah.
It's just the reality of the shit.
Yeah.
It was
So do you remember what the Ben shirt looked like that I made?
Like a silhouette or something.
Yeah, silhouette.
Right?
It had the cowboy hat and it had the stars and stripes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think I'm gonna get in the tank top.
Yeah.
And that's my 4th of July shirt.
Right on. Well, Ben.
Yeah.
What about you, Lauren, as far as Ben's legacy as a winner after Winners at War?
I really enjoyed him in that last episode with Sarah. It was great. It was phenomenal. I do think if he would have went to the end, he probably would have been a 0 vote finalist.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he made a good decision. He was trying to support a friend, but if he made it to the end, I just didn't see him getting any votes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't see an end game for him. Like, I guess fire. I mean, maybe.
But the thing is, I would do the same. Like, let's say I'm playing a Survivor season, and I know and there's Michael Snow from Survivor Caramoan, Johnny Fairplay, Lex, and 2 others, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, I would sacrifice myself for knowing, like, I mean, it'd be hard if obviously I would give my podcast brethren, Johnny, my advantage or whatever I had, but I would be willing, most likely, to sacrifice some shit for a true dear friend, knowing that they could possibly win $2 million. Because I'm like, you know what? Maybe they'll take me out for a steak dinner.
Well, no, you're not allowed to conspire to share money, man. So yeah, I could not promise you a steak dinner. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So here's what would happen. So I would sacrifice myself so Johnny could go further in the game, and then in return, Johnny would give me like 20% off at JohnnyFairplay.com.
Well, type. I would tell you to use promo code Memorial. And well, the crazy thing is, like, that's better than my discount. So that's like, so I'm looking at the shirts I'm gonna buy, and I'm gonna get a Michelle Robb Goddess tank top. That's gonna be available in like this bright pink, purple, and black. And I think I'm gonna get the bright pink one. And then I was just like, you know what, I'd like a 4th of July tank top, and fuck, like, Ben earned my t-shirt purchase.
Well, hell,
I think everyone should get a Ben tank top for the 4th of July. I mean, I don't think he's. I mean, do you know what he did for a living, Matt?
No, but I'm going to cut you off because we're 43 minutes in, and I want to get to everyone's questions.
Where there's no way.
So, there is. No. Evan Kurth.
Well, Lauren can read them.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm saying that's the one that's next.
Okay.
I'm just cutting you off and cueing Lauren into our next.
Matt,
I'll answer.
I have the question available.
Okay, cool.
And Lauren, I will, if Ben comes up, I know what to do.
Oh, 100%. All right. Have you guys ever met Clarence Black from Survivor Africa? Famous for stealing a can of beans. Any possibility of bringing him on the Patreon? I heard him and Rob C podcast, and he's super funny.
Yeah, I feel like I've met Clarence one time back because, like, Survivors, there were so few of us that, like, when there was something, it would, like, it's just like, ooh, we got to go. So I feel like I briefly met Clarence, and if memory serves correctly, we had a great time. So, but it's just so, I mean, like I was partying so much back then, but I vaguely remember meeting Clarence and laughing a lot. So Big Tom will say, "I know he stole them beans because he was farting all night. I mean, he's the only one farting."
Oh shit, that's funny.
So, but no, I would love to reach out to Clarence and honestly, I mean, like the next we have one episode left in the Castaway Watch Along for Caramoan. And the next one we're doing is Micronesia. I wouldn't mind doing Africa after that and having Clarence on for the Castaway Watch Along.
So what guests are you going to get from Micronesia?
Peek behind the curtain. We were supposed to do a part 2 of the Pearl Islands finale or Pearl Islands reunion, and it has been a shit show. They suck. They're the worst. I mean, like Rupert lied about having fucking coronavirus. I mean, it's been a fucking nightmare. So Zach and I sent out the invite to the entire Micronesia cast earlier today to do a Micronesia reunion recorded on next Monday night. So, and thus far, a few responses. So we'll see. But I'm hoping closer next week we'll have a pretty good chunk of the cast, and from there I'll start scheduling for the Micronesia watch-alongs.
Cool.
So I would not expect Parvati.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, stranger things have happened, but like if I were to bet, I would say no way in hell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if she's not too busy with Fincher, she'll show up.
Sure. I mean, he's a very handsome man. He's a fucking rocket scientist or something. I mean, he's got a lot of things going for him. I get it. So
right on.
Yeah.
Who's what do we got next?
Lee Fingar Myers. Hopefully I said that right.
Yeah, Lee Finger Myers. Yes.
Yeah. All right. We're just rolling with that. Who are some people you guys think will never return to Survivor, meaning they will tell CBS no?
Elizabeth Hasselbeck, number 1.
100%.
1,000,000,000%.
What about
Dan Spilo?
What about Colleen from season 1?
I wouldn't be shocked if the right phone call at the right time hits her and she says yes.
Really?
I mean, she's one of the, I'm a firm believer in never say never. I mean, I say never with Elizabeth Hasselbeck and I say never with fucking Dan Spilo, but, it would not, as I said, under the right, like I could see her getting, $100,000 under the table.
Well, I say when listening to Brandon Hans's podcast, Corinne says she will never go back. She said she got asked for Game Changers and she turned it down.
Yeah,
she says
she turned him down for Heroes Villains.
So I say Corinne, Dan Spilo.
Whoa! Corinne, once again, under the right, like she said no for Heroes Villains. So when she did Gabon, she left her job. And she was out there for, 2 months. And then she went 5 months after that without a job. Mm-hmm. And she was like, it was miserable. So she didn't want to put, so she had finally got another job when they'd asked her to do Heroes Villains. And she was just like, I just spent 5 months looking for a job. They ain't gonna let me leave. I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm out of work for another 5 months because the money doesn't, I lose money on the deal unless I win. And, and she's, she has a 1 in 20 shot of winning. Mm-hmm. So no, I think, if the right break happens, she's between jobs, like say she decides to move from Colorado back to LA, there's whoever she's repping, I would not put a never say never on Corinne. I get it.
I would say Kim Spradlin saying never, Parvati saying never. I would say Tony Vlachos is saying never again.
Oh yeah.
I would say Amber Mariano is saying never again. Ethan's never playing again.
Yeah.
Danny Boatwright, Natalie Anderson's never playing again.
No,
I think Natalie would play again.
I think Natalie would
would.
play, and actually, I expect to see her on the challenge because I passed on her information to the challenge.
Oh, cool! Right,
because they contacted me for her information.
Oh, wow, cool.
So yeah, so expect to see. I mean, and that's pretty close to Survivor. So no, Natalie's not done.
Okay. Well, there's quite a few people. I would say Ben is done.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Ben comes back again. I think his chances of winning are escalated better than they were before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's shown he's an honorable guy, and and profession wise.
All right. Well, so there's quite a bit of people there. Lee Finger Myers. That's a good one. And then so Louis Rosignol is next. Lauren, read his awesome question.
Alrighty. So, who is the most entertaining survivor of all time, and why is it Tony?
It's spelled with a J, not a T.
I didn't think Benjamin Coach Wade is spelled with a J.
No, it's not. That's obviously an answer to a follow-up question. I think there's all kinds of errors going on right now. Tony's great, so I would take a fair play over Tony, though. Just personally, I mean,
So when you come back from Legends, we'll be able to see it.
Yeah, yeah, because obviously there's no meat on the bone for Micronesia.
Sorry about that. That was my bad. That's on me.
But I mean, like if we were to do a top 10 list, which I think we should, someone remind us to do a top 10 list. So I'm not even going to give answers, but it would be interesting, a top 10 most entertaining survivors of all time. Doesn't mean that they're a great game player.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm
right, but I'm saying most entertaining. There's a ton of great.
I just really think I'm great at the game and great at entertaining too. I don't want to influence your decision. But I just feel that if you're a total package, that maybe.
Well, I mean, if I'm comparing you to Philip Shepard, I'm my money's on Philip.
Oh, well, I mean, I could fake COVID to be at the top of the list. That's what
but so besides yourself, Johnny,
yeah,
who do you think's the second most entertaining Survivor player
ever? Tony's up there, man.
He is up there. His spy nest is he. Yeah. He
I love Coach. I think Coach is incredibly entertaining. I think Tyson's up there.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Tyson's up there, Coach. Devins was pretty fucking entertaining.
Devins is great. It's funny because I checked, I've gotten 4 fucking cameos during this fucking during this podcast. Like, it's great. So I was talking to Devins the other day. Weird. Why would I be talking to Devins? And we were talking about cameo. I was like, do you do cameos? Like, oh yeah. And I was like, because whenever someone orders a cameo, I go to the back of my backyard. I have an acre of land. I go to the back of my backyard to the woods. So I have the woods background behind me. And I'm like, Johnny Fairplay, reality TV icon, Survivor Hall of Famer. I was talking to someone the other day, and they said it's Billy's birthday, and Billy, blah, blah, So, but I always I take that I go the extra mile to do that because I think it's better, I was on Survivor. I should look like I'm in the woods,
Right.
And so I was thinking, and I've seen some other Survivors cameos, and I'm just like, fuck you piece of they're just walking down the hall. There's Billy, it's your birthday. I'm calling you out, Rob. Fucking asshole. Boston Rob, not the other 8 are good. That one sucks. So, but I was thinking, I was just like, who I bet does a good cameo? Rick Devins. So I was just like, hey, and I was just like, he goes, oh yeah. He goes, I always go outside, and he goes, and I start, da, 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 this just in, Rick. So, and I was like, boom, right?
Yeah. Right,
How cool
right.
is that?
That is cool.
See, I like Rick Devens.
Right on.
Top 2 target on Survivor Quester.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, Lauren. So I've never seen a second of this shit. And but I was told the best thing for me to watch is the RHAP sequester.
Yes, that was a really good one.
That's gonna be the most comparable to what we're doing, probably.
Yeah, 100%. I would watch that one.
Okay.
Don't bother with any of the other ones. Watch the RHAP.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay.
Cool. Next question.
All right, so we're on Jim Larison. What is it like to be famous? Do you ever get annoyed by fans asking you for photos or autographs?
So Johnny's more famous than me, but I tell you, whenever I go to an event and there's Survivor fans, it doesn't matter if you're Johnny Fairplay or, Francesca, there are fans of ours. And especially when my season was airing, and here in Cincinnati, a lot of Survivor fans. I mean, I was riding my bike through the neighborhood the other day, and there's everyone's outside, and someone's like, "Oh, what do you think of season 40?" And it's like, sometimes I don't realize, like, wow, I didn't know they're a huge Survivor fan. And then Tessa's like, Matt, there's so many Survivor fans that have watched you and are fans of yours that they don't fucking come out and say it because they feel stupid, right? For me, it does not get old because I love Survivor and I'm a Survivor fan. So before I played, because before I played, dude, I never met a single Survivor. The only Survivor that the first Survivor I met was Roger Bingham at my viewing parties.
What an asshole!
And I was like, oh my god! I'm like, oh my god! Roger Bingham's here, watching Survivor with me. It was so cool. And now I'm friends with so many Survivors. But man, I try to be cool to everybody. And this is like, aside from Survivor, like whether it's like meeting a fan of my band, my music, or like the beard and mustache community, going to beard and mustache events, and it's like they know who I am because of my beard and shit like that.
Do they have straight guys there too?
Yes, they do. They do.
All right.
But it's cool. Like I'm totally cool to everyone. Now, if you were to ask my wife this question, especially when I was fresh off Survivor, she was like, I fucking hate this. Like, going to Target or I could not go a single place without getting harassed.
What about Jungle Gyms?
What's that?
What about Jungle Gyms?
Oh yeah, Jungle Gyms. That's right. I is that where I met you at?
No, we never met at Jungle Gyms, but I'm just saying, I figured you would go there.
Oh yeah, I have been to Jungle Gyms.
Well, Matt has promised he'll take me there, and he hasn't yet.
Jungle Gyms is dope, but for me, it's always been cool. Fair play. I mean, you've been dealing with this shit with the wrestling and everything else for fucking years and been on 70-something reality TV shows. So for Johnny, I'll answer Johnny. It's not old. Johnny Fairplay lives for this shit.
No, I mean, like when someone comes up, I typically tell the fans to go fuck themselves. I feel like it's the smartest answer. It translates well. So
unless he's a patron, right?
No, not according to so that Billy Heil piece of shit, that the only motherfucker to ever get the fucking boot from the Patreon. I think he posted on the fucking Apple podcast. I think he left a review on the Apple podcast.
Did he really?
Oh yes. Johnny doesn't give a fuck about fans. He especially hates the patrons, so don't bother becoming a patron. And oh my god, and he I just sitting there reading it, I'm just like, wow, like why didn't you add like one sentence of truth to this? So like it like just one.
Yeah.
So no, I feel I go out of my way to
you do, man. People are like, when you say you're going to call when somebody orders a shirt, they can't believe you actually call.
Yeah.
I mean, you do go above and beyond.
So no, I do everything I can. I mean, because I feel that I'm blessed and fortunate. Like when I was a little kid, I said I was going to be famous when I grew up. Like that, it's just like, you're going to be an astronaut, you're going to be a cowboy, you're going to be a police officer, you're going to serve our nation's military. So I was just like, I'm going to be famous. And I just that was it. Like it was gonna happen, and it happened. And and if 30 million people in the US didn't watch that finale, then I wouldn't be. So I'm thankful for that. So I'm cool. I would say pre-daughters, I was cool. If I was trying to get laid, it's just like later, dude. I'm hoping to have my hands full here.
Yeah.
And but like post daughters, the only I just don't like people getting too close to because I've like if I had little boys that would kick you in the nuts or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably be less protective. I mean, I think I would still be protective, but I think to a lesser degree. But having two little girls, I'm overly protective. So if I'm with my girls, just come up at a distance, use like double social distancing and do and if I have someone that I can securely put my daughters with, I'll come over. But if not, I'm not trying to, I mean, like, as I said, it's just the dad of two ridiculously cute girls. It like, it's like that takes over.
Right.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't give a fuck. So, but yeah, and if I have someone else with me, as I said, it's like, hey, can you watch the girls for a second? I'll be right back. And ask me whatever questions. I'll take pictures. I do selfies. I sign autographs. Like, 'cause I usually carry with me, like, I usually have my car. Like, I have a stack of the, like the little autograph, the pictures to autograph, and I, I have a Sharpie in my car, or like in the diaper bag, I have a stack of pictures and a Sharpie. So I mean, like I try to be over nice.
Yeah. No, you are.
Yeah, I mean, because like there's so many, like, because like someone will walk up, they're just like, hey, like, will you sign this menu? I'm just like, fuck that. Like, like I have thousands of fucking pictures to sign. Why not have a stack with me when I'm doing something? Like, and if I'm traveling in the front of my suitcase, there's a stack of fucking pictures when I'm traveling. I pull one out, like, usually to get upgraded to first class or something. I'm just like, hey, recognize this guy.
Yeah.
So, but no, as I said, the only time that it's an issue is if I have my daughters and I don't have anyone else with me.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So,
right.
Just because I mean, 2020 is fucking insane, and people, back in the day, there was like that one dude on the street that touched kids, and it's just like, hey, just avoid that house.
Right.
But it's just like, no, he touches kids. That's his thing.
Yeah, right.
But now it's just like, like they I don't think, I guess there's an app for it, but you don't necessarily know the one guy in the street that touches kids.
Right.
So.
Right on. Well, thank you for the question, Jim. Yeah, I would love to, because I feel bad that some of these people have asked these questions. I'd like to barrel. If you guys are up for it, dude, are you? Well, down?
No, I say we do one more, and then because how many do we? Yeah, we have. Yeah, let's do one more, and then we'll get. So I'm gonna drop this on. So we're gonna drop 2 Q&As this week, and then we'll do.
So we'll do one. We'll do one more question from Connor Mack, and then we'll do the rest of them on the next Q&A.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, so Connor Mack.
Lauren's asking.
Yes.
All right, from Connor Mack, here we go. Okay, Johnny and Matt, here's my question. It's a 2-parter.
No, just we're only going to answer the first part on this.
So we're going to do the first half. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm only going to give the first half of my answer of the first question.
All right. First off, you guys rock.
All right. Thank you very much, Connor Mack. We'll see you guys next week here on. Oh, sorry. I thought that was.
Okay. First question I have, no problem with Tony being number 1 and Sandra being number 2 for best players. However, with the Queen taking down the King so early in Game Changers and now needing an all-winner season a second time, who of the would you rank higher? So I think he meant who of the 2 would you rank higher?
Man, Tony played such a badass game. Nothing taken away from Sandra. Sandra's queen. I love Sandra. Sandra's a friend of mine. However, Kagayan was such an amazing season. I think that Sandra got lucky both times she played. And, winners at war, Tony played a near perfect game. He wasn't sitting out of challenges. He didn't have the as long as it's not me strategy. The dude was this huge, bigger than life personality that I thought this motherfucker is going to be target numero uno early on. He never gets a single vote, dominates challenges, builds spy checks, builds spy nests.
Sandra didn't get a single vote on Pearl Islands.
But he dominated. So I don't know. I mean, Johnny, you'll have an opinion on this. It's a hard one because winning, 2 times is a tough deal. And I think I'm just so stoked on the Tony win and the Tony train and the fact that I think Tony's the best player that's ever played. I would say Tony ranks higher. Johnny?
I called it a tie.
Tie?
Yeah. I think they both, I mean, like they're 2 totally different ways of playing, and I like Sandra mastered the as long as it's not me, and to come back and do the exact same strategy and work, I think is just as impressive as completely changing your strategy. Like Tony had to change his strategy. Sandra didn't.
Yeah.
I think they're equally as impressive.
Well, there you have it.
Lauren, where are you at on that?
The only thing I would say, do you take into account that Sandra won in her first 2 seasons where Tony won after playing 3 seasons? Yeah. His second time winning.
There you go. So
but I like both of them. So that's
I give it a tie. I say 2 wins is 2 wins. No one else can say that.
No.
Right.
No, I mean, mad props to both of them. I'm just right now. I'm so still
feeling the Tony high.
I'm feeling the Tony high. Wearing my Tony Nachos T-shirt with pride, but I love Sandra too. Yeah. But it's also like one of those things. It's like I've heard so many times Johnny Fairplay tell me on this podcast that it's just the Johnny Fairplay shtick, but just kind of talking his opinions on Sandra, and it's all about Johnny Fairplay on Pearl Islands. If it wasn't for Johnny Fairplay, you got Lil, you got Sandra, blah 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 blah. So I have that in like whispering in my ear,
sure.
And I think that paired up with the gameplay aggressive style that Tony plays, and I'm on a high still that I go with Tony.
All right. Next.
I mean, he brings you a show, so you can't complain. He was incredible this season.
He was.
Yeah. There you go.
He was.
What's the next part of Connor Max?
Alrighty. So the last part is also, even if Sarah landed in the final tribal council, could she have beaten Tony? I don't think so. Who do you guys think?
No.
Yeah, I think Sarah gets some votes.
Well, I think it's gender bias, and obviously,
but I think at the end of the day, Tony wins the game, and I think Sarah ends up being cool with that. I don't think Sarah is someone that's going to hold a grudge. I think she's going to be like, "Fucking props to you, dude. Cops are us."
I don't think it's gender bias. I think that it comes down to jury management in that final tribal council, and we saw Tony put on a fucking clinic. Only one person came after him at final tribal council, and that was Nick, and he quickly responded and immediately pivoted to someone that he knew had his back in Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how to, in a friendly way, talk to a jury. And I think Sarah would have been more, it's not exactly confrontational, but I think there would have been less humor in Sarah's pitch, or sorry, Lucina's pitch to the jury. Mm-hmm. And I think the jury, if you can make the jury happy, I think that works better. You catch more flies with sugar than vinegar or whatever.
Right.
So I think that would I think Sarah's an awesome person, but like if you're talking to the two of them, Tony's going to make you laugh more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
And
that's just his personality.
Yeah. So I think that because truth be told, I think they enter that if they're both in the final trip, like I think their resumes are almost identical.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, who gives the better pitch? Maybe there's people that want to hear a serious, I don't want kidding around. I want fucking serious when you're fucking answering my questions. I think there's more people that want you to make them laugh.
Right. So it'd be like the difference if you and Russell Hantz were at the end of a game. You would make people laugh. Russell would want to be more serious. Johnny Fairplay.
Well, no, Russell would yell at them and tell them why they're wrong, even if they were voting for him.
But yeah, this has been a fun one. We love doing these Q&As. We say it every time, and Winners at War has been a super fun season. So a lot of these questions dealing with some of the highlights we've seen at Winners at War. And Lauren, thank you so much. Last minute, this was a Johnny text me Q&A tonight ? I'm like, dude, let's do it. Let's do it soon. Because I've been tired late. I've been staying up late and doing all kinds of stuff. And last week, Johnny and I recorded. Johnny did more so than me, but 6 podcasts in like a 6-day period. Got a lot of great content coming up for you guys. Super excited. Also, patrons, if you haven't heard, our good friend Marcus Lehman from Survivor Gabon is going to be playing the Labor of Love show. So it looks like I'll have to watch some TV starting here soon. So thank you guys very much, and we'll get to the rest of your questions. And it's crazy because when we started out doing the Patreon, I don't know how long it's been now, Johnny. It's grown into something that we are really proud of. Our patrons are cool. We have our patrons coming on doing our Q&As with us, and we
have patrons doing their own shows. I mean, you got Zach Hacker. His new series is about to start, Survivor Nsfw Relics, and then Karen Eisenberg, she was doing her coverage of the Circle. It started with me and Karen covering the Circle US, and then we worked, and then she took off from there, did the Circle Brazil, and then the Circle France, and then episode 2 dropped on Tuesday of Survivor Nsfw Rewind. And it's her and Professor Tim, that one of the biggest personalities from the Circle UK, are doing a rewatch of Survivor Borneo, season 1 of Survivor. And so episode 1 was just Karen and Professor Tim, kind of laying down the groundwork for the season, talking episode 1. But they had the Busted Can of Biscuits, Elaine Stott on. And I think Karen has struck gold. She has the next buddy comedy movie, the buddy cop comedy movie with Elaine and Professor Tim. If you haven't got a chance, check it out. It is fucking great. And Karen, of course, is awesome in the host chair. Really good stuff that we have, and this is all branched, from the whole Patreon thing. So really cool stuff going, under the Survivor Nsfw umbrella, and we thank all of you, and Lauren, special thanks to you tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys very much, and we will see you guys next time on another Survivor Nsfw Q&A. So cheers, everybody, and good night. We'll see you next time.